In this video, the Bitcoin price finally broke out here out of this falling wedge. Remember, a falling wedge is actually a bullish pattern. But I also want to zoom in here and I'm going to show you another pattern here that no one is talking about. This pattern right here. And I'm going to show you exactly what is the most likely scenario to play out here and exactly how we should trade this if we want to make money from it. And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Hello guys and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm going to bring you this Bitcoin video. And let me show you some interesting chart patterns here. First of all, we are in this ascending triangle, this yellow triangle, and then we are in this smaller falling wedge within this triangle. And if we go into the 4-hourly time frame, I want to show you that this head and shoulders has been playing out so far quite nicely. You can see this is the shoulder, this is the head, and here we have the shoulder, and right here we have the neckline. And when we broke this point here, that's when I said that this is a breakout out of this inverse head and shoulders, which means that the Bitcoin price is more likely to go up from this point. And from this point, we did see a very nice run up towards this resistance of this falling wedge, and then we came down here and actually retested this level. And just like I said back here, if we retest this and get a bounce, then this is a perfect place to put in a long position because we're retesting previous resistance. And just like I predicted here, this bounce did in fact give us a very nice entry for a long position here to the upside. And this is a way of trading that many people use, basically back test trading. When we're back testing support after a breakout, you can enter a position at this point. And this time this works out very nicely. And let me show you once again what the exact target is out of this head and shoulders. If you do this and put this at the point of the breakout, we can see that the target is actually all the way up here at $9,750 approximately. So we will have to watch this. Now the interesting part now is of course that the Bitcoin price is breaking out of this falling wedge basically because of this breakup to the upside. So let's take a look at the volume because volume is key, remember? So we are getting some volume, but nothing extraordinary, nothing that makes me super excited here. So I'm not going to expect a huge move to the upside here, even though this is the target. So yeah, I would like to see more volume come in at the point of the breakout for me to be more convinced that we will see a big break. Remember that the bigger the volume at the breakout, the more we should expect from the move. But there is yet another pattern that I want to show you. If we go all the way onto the 1-hour time frame, we have to go in all the way here to see this. And I'm sorry if this is a little bit too many lines now, but let me make these new lines into something else. Let's do pink to make it very different from the background. So if we put one line like this, you see we're connecting the highs right there. And then we can put one line like this, connecting the lows. This gives us this very, very clear rising wedge formation. And essentially, we are in an uptrend here in the short term, which means that Bitcoin could continue up here, all the way up to potentially, let's say, if we drag these out a little bit more, let's say somewhere up to 9.5, 9.6 here, which is possible. But we have to keep in mind that it is actually a bearish pattern, which means that we will break down 70% of the time and we will break up approximately 30% of the time. So that is something we should keep in mind. If we break to the downside, then the target is actually the beginning of the pattern, which would be down here at 9,000, actually pretty much exactly $9,000. So let's say we break out somewhere here at 9.5 or 9.4. This would be a short trade of approximately 5% if you were to take that trade. If we break to the upside, then I would like to continue to talk about this resistance up here, which is the resistance out of this ascending triangle, as we've been talking a lot about on my channel, this bigger ascending triangle. So if we break to the upside, then I think that we might as well target this as the potential profit zone, and that would be an approximate 4.2% trade. Of course, you could also take profit at the at the Head and Shoulders target if that is something that you would like to do. So that is up to you guys. And of course, you can see that there is some confluence in this area, because we did see this point right there. This is a resistance point. So actually, this would be the first take profit zone. And then you can keep this as your second take profit zone if we break through the 9.7, 9.8K level. And if you take a look at the coin market cap, we can see that the Bitcoin dominance is still basically where it was yesterday, but we did see a huge altcoin move yesterday. We saw many of these altcoins do very, very well. Today, we are seeing a little bit of a cool down, but still some altcoins are performing very, very well. Holo is up, Stellar is up, this one is up, Nervous Network, yeah. So you can see here how the altcoins are still actually on the move, but not as big as yesterday. And if you compare against Bitcoin, you can see that these big movers are actually doing quite well. But it seems like because of the fact that Bitcoin made this 1% move, Bitcoin actually gained back some value against some of these altcoins. And the big question is, of course, will this altcoin boom continue into a bigger one? And just like I said yesterday, I am watching this green box here. We can clearly see the resistance in this box, and as long as Bitcoin is above this box, I think that the dominance could actually remain in this zone. But if we break this dominance box here, then the altcoin boom will be maybe as big as back in the glory days back in 2017, 2018. And guys, thank you so much for 2.8 thousand likes yesterday. Let's see if we can get the same amount of likes in this video. And guys, remember, stocks are actually only going up because the dollar keeps going down. The more they print, the more the stocks will go up, because all of this newly printed currency ends up straight into the stock market, and that is the intended purpose, because yeah, they want to prop up the financial markets to make it seem like the economy is doing well. But remember, the economy right now is doing worse than in a very, very long time, and the fact that the stock markets are doing this well makes no sense to any rational mind. But as soon as you understand what the central banks are doing, then it all makes sense again. They are just artificially pumping it up. But remember that the more they print, eventually the dollar will just lose all of its value, because the confidence in the dollar, it relies upon the fact that people think that they will be responsible in printing. But right now they are printing like never before. So yeah, I believe that the dollar will collapse eventually. And banks, they say that Bitcoin is used by criminals, but banks, they launder over $2 trillion a year. And not only that, look at this. Deutsche Bank is hit with a $150 million penalty for relationship to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. So Deutsche Bank has been aiding Jeffrey Epstein allegedly in child trafficking. So for banks to say that Bitcoin is used by criminals is extremely hypocritical. And some people say that Bitcoin is wasteful, but 70% of mining is renewable, according to this infographic. Bitcoin is too volatile, but it's made a higher low each year. And if you look at Bitcoin year over year, on average, Bitcoin is going up. And of course, it is very, very volatile, but predominantly the volatility has been to the upside. Bitcoin isn't regulated, they say, but Bitcoin is actually extremely regulated by math and code, much more than anything else out there, because if you go to a courtroom or if you go to anywhere, you have to trust humans. But in Bitcoin, you don't have to trust anyone because it's regulated by math and code. The only thing you have to trust in is math. But math is always correct. Math is always there. 1 + 1 is 2, and 1 + 1 will continue to be 2 tomorrow and every day of the year. So math and code is much more reliable than humans, of course. So Bitcoin is actually regulated. And guys, feel free to go down below this video and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen this video, then click right there right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.